Welcome back everyone. I hope you all enjoyed my previous videos on Clara and Casimir and Yaguara Cachaça. If you could please hit the subscribe or like button below. So now let's get ready for round 3. So I started thinking yesterday what should be the next sugarcane spirit to talk about, and then my mind directly went to Camp Run Amok. I was lucky enough to be part of this bartending camp over the summer, and I had one of the best camp moms out there. Shout out to Jackie Shroom. And I was also lucky enough to be part of the Wray Nephew cabin. Wray Nephew is a Jamaican unaged overproof rum distilled from molasses. It clocks in at 63% ABV, and it is produced at the New Yarmouth Estate. So for a rum to be classified as overproof, it must be bottled at least 57% or higher. So some of the things I found out about Wray Nephew were that it undergoes fermentation for about 30 hours, and then it is both pot and column distilled. In 1997, Wray Nephew had its first female master blender, Joy Spence. So something you'll commonly hear is that Wray Nephew in Jamaica is mixed a lot with Tings. Tings is a Tings grapefruit soda. This was something we drank a lot of at camp. Really tasty. So another thing to know about Jamaica is that it's also known for classifying its highly aromatic compounds known as esters. The ester levels from least to highest go from common cleans, which tend to be light and floral, followed by plumbers. So plumbers tends to be, you start getting some of those tropical notes, and then it goes on to Wedderburn, so that's medium to high ester levels, and then finally the highest level would be continental flavored. So continental flavored is high esters, pungent, a medicinal quality, and when diluted you get more of those tropical aromatics. One cool thing that I found in my research about Wray Nephew was that they have a term in Jamaica called hogo, referring to rums with high esters. So rums having a mushroom scent along with overripe banana and fermenting tropical fruits. Another thing to note is that Wray Nephew accounts for 90% of Jamaican rum sales. Keep your mouth super open for this one. Ooh. Yeah, you get like dried mango, those tropical fruit notes. Very like ripe fruit. Well, like I get more of that banana, but also an oily texture on the palate. A little like medicinal, herbaceous. Let's try adding some water. This will open it up a little, so like a few drops. Give it a little. Has a little like earthiness to it. Ooh. This reminds me like the New Zealand Sauvignon Blanc of Jamaica. Hey everyone, I hope you're all excited to try a new honeysuckle variation with Wray Nephew. So normally the honeysuckle recipes I've seen tend to be honey syrup, lime juice, and rum. But I came across another recipe that substitutes lime juice for lemon juice and includes some orange juice. And I started thinking about the flavors and aromas in Wray Nephew, and I thought, why not do a cocoa butter wash and also soften that since it is a high proof. So for the cocoa butter wash that I did, I took 2 ounces of cocoa butter, melted that down, mixed that in with 4 ounces and a quarter of Wray Nephew, put that in the freezer. Let's see how it went. So as you can see, the cocoa butter solidified and the Wray Nephew separated to the top. Let's strain that out. So here's our cocoa butter washed Wray Nephew. I also did a Scotch bonnet honey syrup. Scotch bonnet is a really popular spice in Jamaica. So it'll give the honeysuckle a little bit of that heat, complement that savoriness we get from the Wray Nephew, that hogo funk that we talked about. So for this little Scotch bonnet honey syrup, I took 2 ounces of already made honey syrup, 2 parts honey to 1 part water, and mixed about 0.6 grams of Scotch bonnet powder. Heated that up, let the spices infuse, and then strained that out as finely as I could. Here we have our orange juice and our lemon juice. All right, let's get to cocktailing. So I'm going to take a quarter orange juice, 4 ounces of orange juice. Start first with 3/4 lemon juice. Do 3/4 honey syrup, infuse with Scotch bonnet. And then do 1.25 ounces of Wray Nephew. That's been washed with the cocoa butter. In here. There we go. Let's straw taste. Alright, I really get that cocoa butter. If you like spice, this will be really great for you. If you not as much, just maybe lower down the Scotch bonnet. Strain that. And then I did a little flower garnish from an orange to complement the little orange juice we had. Right there. Cheers, guys.